Now live through our DPWH District Engineering Office Davao del Sur YouTube channel to all back members as well as the PWG members, back secretariat, interested bidders, observers and viewers. Good morning. Okay, our procurement proceedings for today is a private conference for civil works. The private conference will now come to order. May I request Engineer Junay to lead the prayer?
Aming Panginoon, ang pinakamakabagin, ang pinakamawain, ang lahat ng papuri at masasalamat ay sa Panginoon ng lahat ng aming likha. Ang tanging makapangyarihan sa araw ng pagluto. Ikaw lamang ang aming sinasamba, ikaw lamang ang aming hinihingan po. Pagbubayan po kami sa matuwing na landas, sa landas ng mga tao ng mintayan, hindi sa landas ng mga tao ng kami ng hindi sa landas ng mga tao ng lupa. Aming Panginoon, kami po'y nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng mga biyaya na natatanggap sa buhay, lalo na sa lahat ng proteksyon, buhay at karagdagang buhay ng mga tayo. Ay patuloy niyo po kaming gabayan at patnubayan sa lahat ng aming mga ginagawa sa buhay. Panginoon, gabayan mo po kami sa aming gagawin ng procurement activity sa araw ito. Pagkaroon niyo po kami, lakas ang tigay ng loob, upang aming magtagumpayan at pagtitikong. Aming mahal na Panginoon, sa aming pagtitikong ngayon, hinihiling namin ang iyong biyaya at iyong at suporta upang sa gawa ang procurement activity nito sa isang liwa at Barangay sa
Thank you, John. Once again, our activity for today is a private conference for seven works projects. Number one is the 26 LD 0036, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Dapok, Kiblawan, Davao del Sur. Number two is 26 LD 0037, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall at Barangay Maraga-A, Kiblawan, Davao del Sur. Number 3 is 26 LD 0059, construction, completion of multipurpose building, senior high school, Barangay Igpit, Digos City, Davao del Sur. Number 4 is 26 LD 0065, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Igpit, City of Digos, Davao del Sur. Number 5 is 26 LD 0072, construction of multipurpose building, senior citizen building, Barangay Quirino, District, Padada, Davao del Sur. Number 6 is 26 LD 0075, construction, completion of multipurpose building, Malalag Central Elementary School, Malalag, Davao del Sur. Number 7, 26 LD 0089, construction, completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Poblacion, Magsaysay, Davao del Sur. That's all for civil works. Okay. May I request the head of Secretariat, Engineer Rebecca Sula, to conduct our call and acknowledge interested bidders and observers.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to acknowledge the presence of the back members, PWG, prospective bidders, and observers. Engineer Romeo C. Caliban, Engineer Chodoro M. Momo Jr., Engineer Yalin De Santos, Engineer Virginia C. Onyes, OB, Official Business, Engineer Achilles Ray Mebulos, Engineer Raymond G. De La Cruz, Engineer Rogi Espaha, Engineer Waldo Mercy Ausa, Engineer Gabriel San Buat, Engineer Teresa Enlacion, Engineer Ramel J. Maranan, Engineer Junay Timondi, Engineer Mr. Elton John Albert Estelencio, Engineer Daisy Caniban, Engineer Ivan Nico C. Tormes, Engineer Anelisa C. Bonsit, Engineer Winnie Ben G. Montañez, Engineer Vanessa Elasconia, Engineer Annie Lorraine F. Diamante, Engineer Kinsey Marigi Aligway, and Miss Lucrecia Yoko. Mr. Chair, we issue notice to observers dated November 20, 2025 to Honorable John Trasi Calgas, Congressman Davao del Sur, COA Audit Team, Mr. Eric E. Himelga, State Auditor, Mr. Wilfredo L. Vicina, President, Philippine Constructors Association Incorporated, the Director, National Constructors Association of the Philippines Incorporated, Mr. Carlo M. Batalla, President and Chairman, Crime and Corruption, Watch CCW International Incorporated, Honorable Christopher R. Bailusis, Punong Barangay Poblacion Magsaysay, Davao del Sur, Honorable Rory P. Guyot, Punong Barangay Quirino District, Davao del Sur, Honorable S. Orbuda Jr., Punong Barangay Maraga-A, Kiblawan, Davao del Sur, Honorable Henry J. Gulis, Punong Barangay Dapok, Kiblawan, Davao del Sur, Honorable Flaviano B. Hermoso Jr., Punong Barangay Igpit, Davao del Sur, Ms. Riza Loyola Villalona, Senior High School Principal 3, Igpit, Digos City, Davao del Sur, and Ms. Rochi O. Lastimosa, Malalag Central Elementary School Principal, Poblacion Malalag, Davao del Sur. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, General Swina. Since majority of the back members are present, I declare the private conference is over. Our agenda for today, number one agenda is brief presentation or explanation of the back. The following: A. Basic contract data, including contract description, EBC and duration. B is requirement of bidding documents, including instructions to bidders, general conditions of contract, special condition of contract, specifications, drawings, bill quantities, and forms. C is documents to be submitted by the bidders. One is critical components of the bid. Two is financial component of the bid. And D is criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post qualification, and award. For agenda number 2, questions or comments from the bidders. And agenda number 3 is other matters. Agenda number 4 is summary proceedings. Now we proceed to agenda number 1, brief presentation, explanation of the back, discussed by us by Engineer Ramil Barana from Planning and Design Section.
Good morning. We'll start with 26-036 for the scope of work of this project. Construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Dapok, Kiblawan, Davao del Sur. Appropriation of 5 million. ABC, 4,950,000. Contract duration, 90 calendar days. Source of fund, 2026 net. We have the vicinity map and the digital photo of the site. Form of ownership is the form of deed of donation. Next, we have this site development plan. The building is to be constructed between the training center and next we have this perspective. of Barangay Hall. Next, we have this floor plan with dedicated spaces, the main entrance, for public space, the lobby, the clerical office, toilet room, pantry, session hall, head office, service entrance, with a total floor area of 120 square meters. We have the summary of quantities. We have this Part B, other general requirements, which includes permits and clearances. Also, we have earthworks, including the clearing and dragging, removal of structures and construction, and with embankment and the reinforced concrete. For finishing other civil works, this includes masonry works, fabricated materials such as doors and windows. Also includes finishing works like ceiling works, installation of tiles, and reflective insulation. Also with complete painting works, and for roofing and rope beaming works using steel structural steel trusses and purlins, and also with complete plumbing and sanitary works and electrical works. Also includes for installation of fire extinguishers. That's all for this project. Let's continue for 36 LD0037. Construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Hall, at Barangay Maraga-A, Kiblawan, Davao del Sur. Appropriation is 5 million. ABC, 4,950,000. Contract duration 19 calendar days. Source of funds 2026 net. We have the vicinity site, the children photo from the location. Next, we have proof of ownership in the form of deed of donation. We have the site development plan. In front of the existing Barangay Hall and Barangay G. Next, we have the perspective. We have this floor plan, which spaces includes the main entrance, the lobby, the clerical office and staff area, toilet room, pantry, session hall, head office room, and service entrance, with a total floor area of 120 square meters. Next, we have a summary of quantities, which includes for other general requirements, includes the permits and clearances. Also for earthworks, includes clearing and grabbing, individual removal of trees, removal of structure and construction. Also include embankment. For reinforced concrete, we have this structural concrete 3,000 and 4,000 PSI using crushed gravel. And for finishing other civil works, like the masonry works, using non-load bearing 100 mm thick. And also for materials, fabricated materials such as fascia board, doors and windows, and also for painting works and finishing works. For rope beaming and roofing works, using structural steel trusses and purlins, and metal structural accessories like flashing and gutter. For roofing, we are using pre-painted metal sheets trade type long span. Also includes the plumbing works and electrical works, and also includes installation of fire extinguisher. That's all for this project. Next project, 26LD0059. Construction completion of multi-purpose building, Senior High School, Barangay Igpit, Digos City, Davao del Sur. Appropriation is 2 million. ABC is 1,980,000. Contract duration 60 calendar days. Social fund also FY 2026. Next we have the vicinity map and the unit photo of the exact location of this construction. The site development plan. Next is the proof of ownership. It is a form of usufruct from the city government of Digos and the Department of Education City School Division Office. We have this perspective. Next, we have the floor plan with the spaces provided, like canteen or dining area. We have the sink, counter, and the rack, with a total floor area of 120 square meters. We have the isometric view of the structural framing. Next, we have the summary of quantities, which includes like other general requirements. We include the permits and clearances for airports, includes structure excavation and embankment. Also include reinforced concrete using structural concrete 3,000 and 4,000 PSI using crushed gravel. Also for finishing other civil works such as fabricated materials, finishing works, tinting works, and for roof framing and roofing works. Includes the fabricated metal roofing accessories like ridge roll and flashing. For roofing, we use pre-painted metal sheets, grid-tied long span. For road paving, we are using structural steel. Also includes complete electrical works. That's all for this project. Next, we have 26LD0065. Construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Igpit, City of Digos, Davao del Sur, with appropriation of 5 million. ABC is 4,950,000. Contract duration 90 calendar days. Source of fund 2026 net. Next, we have the vicinity map. The location is beside the Barangay gym, gym of National High School. Proof of ownership is deed of donation. Site development plan. Barangay gym beside the existing barangay hall. We have the perspective. We have this floor plan with spaces provided, the main entrance and public space, lobby, staff clerical office, toilet room, pantry area, session hall area, head office room, and service entrance, with a total floor area of 120 calendar days. Next is the summary of quantities. For the general requirements, we include the permits and clearances, Also for earthworks, including clearing and grabbing, structure excavation, and backbed. For reinforced concrete, we are using structural concrete 3,000 and 4,000 PSI using press gravity. And for finishing and other civil works, which includes termite control works, masonry works using CSP 9-wood bearing 100 mm. Also includes fabricated materials like the patio board, carpeting works, doors and windows. For finishing works, also includes the ceiling works and tile works, and also includes reflective insulation. Also includes the complete building works of this building. And for roof framing and roofing works, this includes the roof framing using structural steel trusses and purlins, and for the roofing, we use pre-fabricated metal sheets, grid-type long span. Also includes complete plumbing and electrical works. Also includes installation of fire extinguisher. That's all for this project. Next, we have the contract ID 326LD0072. Construction of multi-purpose building, senior citizen building, Barangay, Quirino District, Padada, Davao del Sur. Appropriation is 5 million. ABC is 4,950,000. Contract duration is 90 calendar days. Surgeon Fund in 2026. Next, we have the vicinity of this project and the Judah photo. We have the site development plan. Beside the Digos Center of the Quirino district. Proof of ownership, date of donation. We have this perspective of this MPV. We have the floor plan with spaces provided like the main entrance and public space, the function hall area, the office room, pantry area, toilet and service entrance, with a total floor area of 120 square meters. We have the typical structural details. We have the summary of quantities, which includes for the general requirements like permits and garages. Also, we have the earthworks, removal of structural obstruction. We have the structural excavation and embankment. For reinforced concrete, we are using the structural concrete 3,000 and 4,000 PSI using crushed gravel. We have also for finishing and other civil works like the termite control works, masonry works using 9-wood bearing 100 mm thick. Also includes fabricated materials like the doors and windows, installation of tile works, and reflective insulation. Also we have these painting works, plumbing works, and electrical works. For mechanical works like installation of fire extinguisher, that's all for this project. Next project is 26LD0075. Construction, completion of multi-purpose building, Malalag Central Elementary School, Malalag, Davao del Sur. Appropriation is 3 million. ABC 2,970,000. Contract duration 75 calendar days. Source of fund FY 2026. You have this perspective of the gymnasium. We have the site relief plan and the geotech photo of the existing gym for completion. We have this site relief plan. We have the portal. Scope of work is the additional of 2 bays of the gymnasium. This also includes complete painting works, installation of lowers, and but without bleachers. We have this elevation, the additional 2 bays of the gymnasium. We have the technical structural details, the detailed structure using anchor bars. We have this reinforcing steel using grade 60 and grade 40, and using 2 mm by 50 by 150 rectangular tube for farlegs. Form of ownership is by the President of Proclamation number 82. Next, we have the summary quantities. We have included the general requirements like permits and clearances. Earthworks includes removal of structural obstruction. We have also included the embankment for reinforcing steel using structural 3000 and 4000 PSI using crushed gravel. And for finishing and other civil works, this includes painting works, roof trimming and roofing works, plumbing works, and also electrical works. That's all for this project. Next, we have the 26LB0086. Construction completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Magsaysay, Davao del Sur. Appropriation is 3 million. ABC is 2,970,000. Contract duration 75 calendar days. Source of fund FY 2026. We have the perspective of this gymnasium for completion. We have the geotech photo of the location. We have the site development plan. Scope of work for this project is the additional 1 span of the gymnasium. Also includes installation of suspended board and ring. Also completion of electrical works and construction of perimeter bleacher. We have this elevation of this gymnasium. We have the typical structural details. For the proof of ownership, we have the transfer certificate of title. Summary of quantities also include general requirements, permits and clearances, earthworks, structures commission, and also with embankment. For reinforced concrete works, we are using structural concrete 3000 and 4000 PSI using crushed gravel. Also includes finishing and other civil works such as masonry works using non-load bearing for 100 and 150 mm. Also includes fabricated materials like plasterboard, finishing works like cement plaster finish and reflective insulation. Also includes the painting works, roof framing and roofing using pre-painted metal sheets, red type long span, and structural steel for trusses and parties. Also includes plumbing works and electrical works. That's all for this project. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, any questions about the basic contract data? Okay, proceed to agenda number 1B. Requirements of bidding documents, including instructions to bidders, general conditions of contract, special conditions of contract, specification, drawings, bill of quantities, and form. 4C, documents to be submitted by the bidders. Number 1, technical component of the bid. Number 2 is financial component of the bid. For agenda number 3, criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, and post-qualification, and also award to be discussed to us by Engineer Digos.
Good morning, everyone. Documents comprising the bid. For the first bid envelope, which is the technical component. The first bid envelope shall contain the following technical documents, including the eligibility documents. First is the field chips registration certificate, platinum membership. QR code must be clear and readable. Next, reminder, failure of the bidder to update field chip certificate certificate of registration with the current and updated supporting documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the bidder's certificate. Next is the pickup license and registration in case of joint venture. Next is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be. Use form number 1. Next is a statement of the bidder's SLCC. The SLCC shall be supported by an owner's certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor, or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the cities, or a similar performance in monitoring system. In case of contracts with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. Use form number 2. Next, the bidder must have completed an SLCC that is similar to the procurement project bid and whose value must be equivalent to at least 50% of the EDC. Contract similar to the project as shown on the screen pursuant to DO 164 series of 2025. Next is the NFCC computation. Computation shall be based on financial data submitted to the BIR, supported by the latest audited financial statement, duly stamped and received by the BIR. NFCC must be at least equal to the EDC. Next is the joint venture agreement, if applicable. Joint ventures may participate provided that the primary purpose of each member must be similar or related to the requirement of the project. Each member of the joint venture shall be jointly and severally liable to the procuring entity in case of breach or failure to comply with the requirements of the project. Next, bid security. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following. If bid security is in cash, the amount of not less than 2% of the ABC. If bid security is in surety bond, the amount of not less than 5% of the ABC. Bid in bid security shall be valid for 120 calendar days from bid opening. And for the bid securing declaration form, a new standard form may be downloaded from the GPPB PSO website. Next. Project requirements, which shall be include the following. First is the organizational chart of the personnel. Use DPWH Infra 13-2016 form. Next is the list of contractors personnel to be assigned with the procurement project to be made, with their complete qualifications and experience data. Use form DPWH Infra 14-2016. The minimum work experience requirements as shown on the screen. For project manager, 5 years general experience, 3 years relevant experience. For project engineer, DPWH accredited with no minimum required experience. For materials engineer, DPWH accredited, no minimum required experience. For construction foreman, 5 years general experience, 3 years relevant experience. For safety officer with COSH training, no minimum required experience. For first aider, no minimum required experience. Next. The experience means total years of civil works experience of any nature in construction and engineering consultancy services. Key personnel, particularly the project manager, project engineer, and materials engineer, must be different persons. Key personnel should include the following data, information: name of personnel, PRC license number and expiry date, date of birth, contact number, and tax identification number. And safety officer shall be accredited, required upon issuance of NOAA. First aider with certificate of training issued by Red Cross in compliance with DOLE requirements. Next is leader shall comply the DOLE DO 252 series of 2025, which is the revised implementing rules and regulation of Republic Act number 11058, entitled An Act Strengthening Compliance with Occupational Safety and Health Standards and Providing Penalties for Provisions thereof. Next. The list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be, which must meet the minimum requirements for the contract specified in the bid data sheet. And the inclusion of minimum material testing equipment pursuant to DO 11 series of 2017. Next. As shown on the screen are the construction equipment requirements. Next. Next requirements is the omnibus sworn statement. New standard form may be downloaded from the GPPB PSO website. Other documentary requirements: sworn disclosure of relations and beneficial ownership, in accordance with sections 81.1 and 82 of the IRR of RA 1209, use form number 3. Other requirements: ISO 9001:2015 certification or its latest version as applicable in compliance with DO number 11 series of 2024 or large A and medium B contractor, a pickup size range. Next, for the second bid envelope, which is the financial component, first requirements is the financial bid form. A new standard form may be downloaded from the GPPBPSO website. Next is the bid prices in the bill of quantities or BOQ. Other documentary requirements: detailed estimates, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And last one is the cash flow by quarter. Use form DPWH Infra 19-2016. Next. Format and signing of bids. Bidders shall submit their bids through their duly authorized representative using the appropriate forms provided in the bidding documents on or before the deadline specified in the invitation to bid or NITB Clause 19, and 2 separate sealed bid envelopes which shall be submitted simultaneously, whether through manual or online submission. The first envelope shall contain the technical component of the bid, including the eligibility requirements, and the second envelope shall contain the financial components of the bid. Forms must be completed without any alteration to their format. No substitute form shall be accepted. Each and every page of the bid form, including the BOQ, shall be signed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. Failure to do so shall be ground for the rejection of the bid. Any insertions, erasures, or overwriting shall be valid only if they are signed or initialed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. Sealing and marking of bids. Bidders shall enclose their technical documents in one sealed envelope marked as technical component, and the financial component in other sealed envelope marked as financial component, sealing them all in an outer envelope marked as bid. The bid shall be typed or written in ink and shall be signed by the bidder or its duly authorized representative. All envelopes shall contain the name of the contract to be bid in capital letters, bear the name and address of the bidder in capital letters, address to the procuring entities bids and awards committee, bear the specific identification of this bidding process, bear a warning: do not open before the date and time of the opening of bids. Next. For manually submitted bid envelopes that are not properly sealed and marked as required in the bidding documents, the same shall be accepted, provided that the bidder or its duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bid as submitted. On the other hand, unsealed or unmarked bid envelopes or bids that cannot be opened or corrupted in case of online submission shall be rejected. The bank shall assume no responsibility for misplaced or lost contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid, or for its premature opening. Submission and receipt of bids. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic online. For bids to be submitted manually, bids must be duly received by the box secretariat on or before the scheduled date set on the bidding documents, invitation to bid. For bids to be submitted electronically online, bidders should observe the guidelines for electronic submission and receipt of bids as per DO 87 series of 2020. For the email address, electronic bids _Davao del Sur at dpwh.gov.ph. Bids submitted after the deadline shall not be accepted. Next is the eligibility criteria. Eligibility criteria shall be in accordance with section 52.4.2 of the IRR of RA 2009. Eligibility evaluation for the procurement of locally funded civil works contracts shall be conducted electronically using the Civil Works Registry as per DO 64 series of 2012. Contractors and applicants who wish to participate in the bidding are encouraged to enroll in the DPWH Civil Works application at the Procurement Service, DPWH Building, Bonifacio Drive, Port Area, Manila. While those already enrolled shall keep the records current and updated. For the preliminary examination of bids shall be in accordance with section 59 of the IRR of RA 2009, using a non-discretionary pass or fail criteria, presence or absence of the required documentary requirements. For the bid evaluation shall be in accordance with section 61 of the IRR of RA 2009. Technical bid evaluation involves a detailed review of bidder's proposal to determine its compliance with the project technical requirements before prices are considered. Financial component of the bids shall be evaluated using a non-discretionary criteria, considering the completeness of the bid, required items in the BOQ, and arithmetical corrections, considering computational errors and omissions. Next, for post-qualification shall be in accordance with section 63 of the IRR of RA 2009. It involves verifying, validating, and ascertaining all the statements made and documents submitted by the bidder with the lowest calculated bid or LCB to ensure that the winning bidder can fulfill the contract, including the compliance with laws, financial capacity, and technical competence and experience. For the awarded contract shall be in accordance with section 69 of the IRR of RA 2009. The award is made to the bidder with the lowest calculated and responsive bid or LCRB. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, General Phyllis. Let's proceed to agenda number 2. Questions or comments from the bidders? To the interested bidders and other representatives from the procuring committee. None? Okay, let's proceed to the other matters. Reminders to all interested bidders, the bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary or pass or fail criterion as specified in the IRR, otherwise known as the new Government Procurement Act. Interested bidders may obtain further information from the DPWH Davao del Sur District Engineering Office and inspect the bidding documents during weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And also, a complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders starting November 20, 2025 until or before 10 a.m. of December 9, 2025. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System, or PhilGIPS, and the websites of the procuring entity, provided that bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. Bid opening shall be on December 9, 2025 at 10 a.m. at Conference Room, DPWH Davao del Sur DEO, Lapu-Lapu Street, Barangay Zone 3, Digos City. And bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the application. It is informed also to the interested bidders that cancellation of the order of payment is not allowed without justification and valid reason. And also, all bidders sending their representatives must be required as special power of attorney and should be specific to the project they wanted to participate. Okay, any questions? If not, let's proceed to agenda number 4, summary of proceedings, including supplemental or bid bulletins to be issued. None. Okay, none. Again, any questions? Hearing none, the preview conference adjourned at exactly 10:59 a.m. Thank you.